Good morning. Welcome back to Cure the Common Game. Today we're going to talk about the original OG Tajic. Now, as y'all know, the guild kit came out and it helped this particular general quite a bit. But before we get into the cards, have y'all seen... Okay, these... I'm super stoked about these dual... Or I say dual, the guild basics. I love that the guild kits use the expansion symbol as the guild symbol. I don't like the way they numbered it, but y'all know how I'm about numbering. I think it's, should go in Wooburg order. Anyway, that's the mountain and that is the plains. Those things are absolutely gorgeous. Of course, they're doing it for each guild, but I almost got enough Boros basics to do the whole deck here, but I didn't. Anyway, Tajic, the original Tajic, y'all have seen the new Tajic that I did, and he's the battalion guy. So I went through it and I got all the battalion creatures I could find. Of course, the Lowest Legion, that's in the kit. Boros Elite already had an original, but that's also in the kit. Firemain Avenger. Every single battalion creature that I could find, because I figured that was on flavor for him. Now, obviously, the elephant in the room is this is Boros, and we have the Boros problem. The Boros problem is it's hard to draw cards. That's just so. I don't know. I thought about it and I went, that's just the nature of the beast. We're just going to do it. Now, I don't have the Teferi's Protection. That's an awesome card. I think it was made for Boros. Oh, man, it's beautiful. But let's look at the two versions of card draw that I have. Yes, two. I only have two. I have Faithless Lootings. I'm not even sure we can count that as card draw. It's looting. But Boros tends to run a lot of creatures. So, Slate of Ancestry is not that bad in this particular case. Actually, most of the time, Slate of Ancestry is not bad. Back in the day, I used to run it in elf decks because, why not? As far as mana fixing, I'm not using a whole lot. I am using just the Boros rocks. Signet, Cluestone, Keyrune, Locket. Now, two of those we can sack to draw cards, so maybe that's some card draw thing, and we're probably going to do that. The deck does not have a real high mana curve. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Y'all can go over to Tapped Out. But that wasn't enough creatures to actually justify a creature deck. So I kind of went, I was like, well, what does the deck want to do? Battalion is attacking. We want to be attacking to get our bonus, especially with Commander. He's indestructible and he gets +5. Sweet. So I tried to play creatures that either A, wanted to attack, or B, had another purpose. The Neonate wants to attack. Actually has to attack. The Cloud Chaser Eagle is, of course, the Demystify on wings. So, I don't know. I've been playing with Cloud Chaser Eagle and Aven Cloud Chaser for years and years because in like flying decks and stuff like that. But I just don't know about them. Now that we break it down as it's a Demystify, that cost 1 white, so we're getting a 2/2 flyer for 3. That seems very average. Maybe just a tad below. If this was 3 mana, it'd be worth it being uncommon. Anyway, Varchild, here again, wants to attack. And, it's got it's got 8 lines of text. It's got to be good, right? Inspiring Unicorn. Funny story about it, Inspiring Unicorn. I just listed the list on Tapped Out, And because I start decks and then I pick them up later, I actually had 2 Inspiring Unicorns in the deck. And I had completed the deck list. And I was laying it out just now, and I noticed I had 2, but tapped out said the deck was Commander legal. I went back, sure enough, it had 2 Inspiring Unicorns. So I took one out and swapped it out for REB. I didn't already have one in there. But that's weird. I had 2 copies of a card and it said it was Commander legal. I don't know. Dragon Hunter. It does have protection from dragons. It's pretty aggro, and I needed some more 1-drops. And I didn't want to just do a Savannah Lion. I wanted to do a Savannah Lion with upside and upside. Loyal Pegasus. Here again, that drawback almost does not exist in this deck. We want to attack all the time. Hosda Marshal. Wojcik Bodyguard. Now, the Keldon Warlord is kind of one of my favorites in heavy creature decks because, I mean, why not? He's pretty bad. Of course, we're going to be playing with new Tajic because, you know, if we're playing Tajic, we might as well play Tajic, right? True Flyer Captain, Swiftblade Vindicator, Boros Challenger. Y'all notice the theme in some of these now. A Crow and Hoplite. Look at this new Aurelia. Oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. Almost made me want to swap it out for the her in her deck. I probably will. I don't know how these guild kits are going to be, if they're going to be hard to find in a month, or if we're just going to be stumbling upon them everywhere for the next year. I don't know. If not, those lands are going to be insane. Insane in the membrane. Plus, you get for these cool guild stickers. I like them. I'm probably going to use them on deck boxes and whatnot. I don't know how I'm going to attach them yet. Kind of like I did the ones from Ether Revolt. The first blade. It's not bad. Flame Kinziliot. Guild Mage. Skylight Legionnaire. Of course, y'all know Skylight Legionnaire holds the record of being the only card in all 3 Ravnica blocks. Boros Reckoner. Boros Swiftblade. Now, I run across these 2 little gems. The Runner, because most of our deck is multicolor, and now they're going to have haste and vigilance, so I figured, why not? Now, we've also got some other creatures that act as different things. Like, I mean, we've got the Windborn Muse. It's a creature. I mean, it's a 2/3 flyer. That's not bad. But it also acts as our Ghostly Prison. White Maned Lion is also going to act as our, oh, save my dude. Desolation Giant is going to act as our Wrath, because there are times when we are going to get out creatured. It doesn't matter what deck you are, even though we're heavy creatures, we're going to get out creatured sometimes. And sometimes you just got to get a big old giant to come in and blow stuff up. Soltari Gorillas, here again, it is creature removal, because there are creatures that people just don't block with. You know, nobody sends Bob into combat. And then Soltari Visionary, because this, I feel like, is one of the best repeatable enchantment removals there is. Now, speaking of enchantments, we have a whopping 2 enchantments. We have Gleam of Battle. To be honest with you, this is a placeholder. We all know what this should be. It should be Double Striking Lifelink. Let's face it. Yeah, it's kind of a decent placeholder. I don't think this is a 6 mana worth card. I don't think I would have a problem paying 4 for this. But 6? But anyway, as I said, it's the Double Strike Lifelink placeholder. And then Goblin War Drums, because this card is underappreciated. Oh my gosh. Just because it's from Fallen Empires, of course, this is from 5th edition, but it originated in Fallen Empires, and people are just down on Fallen Empires. But it had, a few decent cards. But man, what is this called now? Menace? Yeah. Mm. Now, let's look at our removal. I already mentioned the REB there. Now, another thing the guild kits gave us was a lightning helix, and more importantly, the Boros charm. Because the Boros charm protects against your wrath, and there is kind of a somewhat of a synergy there with the Deso Giant and the Boros charm, although it be mana intensive as all get out. We got Disenchant, Dust to Dust. Now, I like me some Dust to Dust. Yes, it is sorcery speed, but it exiles 2 artifacts. They are not getting them back. I don't know why this is in with the removal. Double Cleave. It's more of a Trixie thing than a... my Trixie stack got put together with my... So let's finish the Trixie little hobbits. Double Strike. Of course, your commander with Double Strike, especially if he's all battalioned up. That's pretty sweet. You can get in there quick with a commander win. Martial Glory, of course. It's a Boros Giant Growth. I guess that's okay. There again, it's some spots to be had for other things. Then we got the Heroic Reinforcements. We're going to try to... That one apparently brought the fuzz. Now, I like Shattering Blow just because of the versatility. In this particular deck, it's almost colorless, because just about every land we have can cast it. Crib Swap gets around the nasty Indestructible. Pillage gets around... Pillage is in there for Mace of Ith, people, and we all know it. Oblation. Now this, I feel like this is one of the better removal spells. It's almost a modal card. If you're going to die, you can shuffle whatever it is that's going to kill you back in their deck. It is an instant. Yeah, they're going to draw 2 cards. If your commander is going to die, if anything of yours that you can't live without, of course, now your commander goes back to the command zone, but you might as well, I guess, depending on the board position that the game is in, if you're shuffling something into your deck, it's not... Sometimes you're worse off it being in the deck than in the graveyard. I don't know. But it's still in the game, I guess, if they're going to exile it or whatever. But anyway, I love Oblation. It's an instant speed removal of non-land permanent. Wow. Let's see if we can actually do this so we can read it. Response and Resurgence. It's alright. It's kind of removal-ish, but we're playing it for this. I mean, to be honest with you. First Strike, Vigilance, and I kind of like that because Relentless Assault was 4 mana. So we're paying 1 more mana to give them all Vigilance and First Strike. Now, the reason why I think Vigilance is the freebie here, because you don't get to untap all your creatures. Because normally Relentless Assault says untap all, your dudes, and you get another combat. This one, they gain Vigilance. So, I don't know. It's minutia that will come into play at some point in time. Of course, we have Shatterstorm, and lastly, we're going to have Purify. We have 2 enchantments and 4 artifacts, and 2 of our artifacts we throw away to draw cards. So by the time that we want to cast Purify, it's probably not going to be detrimental to us. Now, let's look at some non-basic lands. Let's get these colorless lands out of the way first. Oh, y'all know I'm running to Rogue's Passage because I'm Brian Canada, and that's what I do, especially in a combat-centric deck. We got Isolated Watchtower. This is... I think they kind of said that a lot of people have said that this is quasi card draw to help out Boros. So I figured why not? We'll give it a try. I don't know that I have it in another deck. Forge of Heroes, because we're planning on winning with commander damage. Of course, Evolving and Terramorphic, because red-white is not blessed with duels, even though I'm standing down here looking at a ton. Sunhome, just give something double strike. Pretty sweet. Vivid Crag. Of course, the Boros Garrison. We're going to roll through the duels here. Guildgate. Windscarred Crag. Stone Quarry. Temple of Triumph. Aspiring Vantage. Transguild Promenade. Scabland. Sacred Foundry. Arid Mesa. I just randomly had an Arid Mesa and a Sacred Foundry. Sweet, right? Now, that's what I've got for Tajic 1.0. He's, like I said, the Boros problem is definitely present, and there are ways to fix that at, higher dollar values, but we're not exactly there yet. I am super excited. My buddy Donnie got me a Ramonot Excavator, and I'm 1 card away now from finishing Lord Winggrace. And I kind of have to have that specific card because I built the entire deck around that card. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Y'all let me know what you think. But right now, I think we're going to shuffle and cut.